with just the 3 or 4 of us, but guys, we're going all the way from Kansas City all the way across that ocean there into various parts of Africa. And it's on that note, I'd like to say thank you to each and every one of you. Hopefully by the end of this session again, you will know more about football than you did today. So if you're looking at the screen again, you'll see that old man there playing with his watch. And oddly enough, I'm wearing a white hat there. That's something that I normally don't wear. This must have been a day where we were short referees. And by the term referee, what I mean is the referee is the person that wears the white hat. And so on this particular day, I was forced into service, and so I went out and did just that. That real good-looking picture here that you see, the number 44, is the one that I wore many, many years ago. And as you see, my hair is predominantly black with very little what I call patched in or dyed in gray to just kind of filter the goodness or the better looks of yours truly. Just kind of kidding there, guys. So just relax and just get yourself ready for what we've got in store for you today. Jumping right into it, I want to make one disclaimer. And that disclaimer is that if we have any women on board here, I will be using the pronoun he and him consistently. In no way, shape, form, or fashion am I using those pronouns to embarrass you or to make you feel like you're not a part of this. We are open to men and women. I got started in this business way back when I was 16 years old. In 3 months, I'll turn 67, and I'm still running strong. So this is an outstanding opportunity for each and every one of you to take advantage of if you're really interested in becoming an official. One of the things that you're going to hear me talk about over and over throughout this day, and that is it is important that each and every one of you have a thorough knowledge of the rules. No, excuse me. We are not going to actually get into the rules itself today, because that clinic alone could take 3 to 4 hours just going through those 10 chapters, rule by rule, and just going through the basics. So we'll do that down the road as we get into this. I am going to suggest to each and every one of you that's interested in becoming an official to relax and then get all the material that you can, study about 45 minutes a week or up to about 2.5 hours, and then you'll find yourself feeling a lot more comfortable about who you are and then what you can do. So again, knowledge of the rules are important, but now here today I'm going to jump right in and I'm going to show you some of the basics of what we call a 4-man mechanic. And that's what you see here on my screen. The 4-man mechanic, and I'm going to use the letters R, U, H, and L. The acronym for that for me is RULE. And what RULE really is talking about here, if you think about it, is the R is for referee, the U is for the umpire, the H is for the head linesman, and the L is for the line judge. Those are the 4 positions that you see here on my screen. The referee is right here, and the referee is, as you can see based on this particular picture, only about 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. That referee is way too close to the action, but I guess it's there as a result of them just wanting to put all 4 of them there so you can kind of see it as we go through the responsibilities of the various officials. Directly opposite from where the referee is the U, which is the umpire. Normally the umpire will stand about 7 to 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. There are responsibilities that we will talk about in just a little bit. And oh, by the way, if you're looking up in the corner, you see where it says up there, right-handed quarterback. That's the position where the referee would be if the quarterback is right-handed. These are things that are covered at the pregame. And I jumped ahead of myself because I skipped the actual pregame. One of the first things that officials do when they take the field is the referee goes and we bring the captains in, we bring the coaches in, and we have what we call a pregame conference. During the pregame conference, something like the following is said to both the captains and the coaches. Gentlemen, welcome to tonight's football game. During the contest, it will be our responsibility to enforce the rules as the National Federation of High Schools have already set up. You'll hear me talk about the NFHS, which is the National Federation for High Schools here in the United States. Also, while that's happening, we make them comfortable by simply telling them. We expect them to be very knowledgeable of the rules. We expect them to obey the rules because it is our job to enforce those rules. And once we've basically broken that piece of ice, we move into the final part, and we'll look at first the visiting coach and ask the visiting coach this very important question. Coach, is every player on your team legally equipped and ready to play football tonight? We wait for his response, and that response must be yes. It cannot be, well, I think so, because if you think so, does not mean everybody's legally equipped. So we cannot start that game legally until we know for sure that we have the confirmation from both coaches that every player is legally equipped and ready to play. Now, so once the referee has gone over that, referee reaches into his pocket, he pulls out his coin, and he says, gentlemen, this side is heads. You see a little coin in it. I guess I need to hold it up a little bit. This side is heads, this side is tails, and he says to the visiting team's captain, he said, please do not tell me anything until I've gone through the choices that I'm going to give you. Because whatever choice you give me first will be the final choice that I'm going to give you. So please listen. He flips a coin, he catches it, and let's say the captain says
heads.
Captain says heads. I look at my coin and I show it to the gentleman that just made that call, and I say the choice is tail. I mean, the coin is on tails. Therefore, I look back to the other team, which now would be the home team, and say, gentlemen, you have won the toss. I'm going to give you 4 options. Do you want to kick?